Hi guys, good evening. 16th of September 2018. It's few minutes past 9 p.m. CET time. Piotr here, and we are going to go through few crypto charts. So welcome in Crypto Market Flow. We are going to go through Bitcoin, we are going to go through Ethereum, we are going to go through EOS, and we are going to check intraday chart on Substratum. Let's start with Bitcoin. Of course, before we will go through a risk warning, guys. Please bear in mind trading on crypto, investing in crypto, especially using the leverage. That's the high danger game. All right, may not be suitable for all investors and traders. So please do not use the money that you cannot afford to lose. All right. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money, and also please remember that past performance doesn't guarantee future results. All right, let's start with the monthly chart on the Bitcoin, because here on the monthly chart we've got a red visible possible demand zone. All right, the zone being created in September a year ago, right? Then we saw this huge rally, and of course depends on how you are looking at your chart. This one for me is very bullish. If you are looking at the chart like this, then it might be very bearish and stuff like this, right? So different point of views, depends on how you are looking your charts. To be honest with you, I'm bullish, but it's I'm not blindly buying every time. I'm looking for some opportunities in terms of swing trading, and we will try to find some today. All right, that's the possible demand zone, and I think sooner or later we should hit that zone, right? Just to avoid the situation that on the move to the upside, this one is going to hang around, and market will get back in the future. So let's try to move September, maybe October. Let's try to retest. That's the top of this zone is 4,800. The very bottom of this zone is 3,000. I know it's quite wide, but we have to see. We have to test. The bulls should show strong hands here, and then hopefully we are gonna to have a chance to move higher from here, right? And we can add one more line here on this monthly chart, right? So let's move to the downside. Let's retest this possible demand and let's move higher from here. It's a little bit different. On the smaller time frames. So let's switch right now to weekly, and few more lines visible over here. So okay, the red one is still based on the monthly chart. All right. We've got few blue colors over here, and the blue colors are represent on what's going on the weekly. And as we can see here to the left, in the very beginning of November of 2017, we've had this little bit of the pullback, and then we started the strong rally. So that's possible demand on the weekly, right? And if we are gonna to draw this line, draw this zone further, so we see that latest price action hanging within in the middle of that demand zone. and we are trying to hold basically 6,000, right? We've been lately 2 or 3 times a little bit below, all right, a little bit below 6,000, but we are trying to hold this 6,000 from the bullish perspective, bull's perspective. What I don't like here on the chart is last week move down. We got back below 7,000, and this week is very narrow range. We do have some kind of the inside bar, but to really delay any kind of the move to the downside, we should get back and close above 8,000, 8,500. And why is so important? Because if you are gonna to let me make it bigger, if you are gonna to see beginning of May, mid-May, those 2 lower shadows, once we broke through these lower shadows on the way back, that was the supply, right? Pullback, and the latest rally was so weak. There was a 3 weeks of the green candles, and last week, within 1 week, bears were able to cancel any kind of the near-term bullish scenario. So first, from the bullish perspective here on weekly, we need to close above last week high, and then trying to keep the momentum and trying to close above 8,200, 8,500, and we are talking about those 2 lower shadows. If that's gonna happen, then the way is open towards 10,000. All right. What I don't like here is, unfortunately, this lower highs. Of course, the latest move to the downside, bulls were able to hold last low, so actually we didn't make new lower low. That's quite positive, but again, those lower highs scares me a bit. Let's switch to daily, and we've got few more lines. Looks like for me that bulls may try to hold or build some kind of the consolidation, all right, in between 6,500, 5,800, and to the upside this 8,200, 8,500. In that case, that might be some kind of the accumulation phase before the rally, but the same what we've said on the weekly, the same here. First, we need to get back above 7,500 to close above this, to open the way towards 8,200, 8,500, and then close above 8,500 will open the way towards 10,000, right? Once we are going to close below 5,800, we may start to think about this monthly demand zone below 5,000, in my opinion, right now. Based on the daily chart, not big action lately, all right? Nothing extraordinary happened here. We are trying to, bears are trying to keep 6,500, and we are not going to discover America. That's where the price were bouncing around. So for example, we are talking about this 26th of August, the pin Riley, right? Pin Riley. Once we broke through, right now for a 3rd day in a row or 4th day in a row, it works like supply. In case of demand, we still have something around 6,100, 5,800, all those lower shadows, and the price action to the left. So for now, most probably from the bear's perspective, it's better to try to consolidating, try to accumulating. So hopefully at some point within the Q4 we will see at least attempt to rally. All right, that's how I see the things. That's how I see the things for the Q4. All right, that's my opinion. All right, that's how I see the Bitcoin. Not a lot of action lately. Okay, so let's switch to Ethereum. Here was much more interested, and I strongly encourage you. We just started to run crypto market flow account on TradingView, where we are gonna to publish most probably much more often some charts. But here Ethereum strong sell off, but what we discovered based on this daily chart here, that every move to the downside, right, was equal in size. All right, almost, I wouldn't say to the cent, but almost the red lines, as you can see. Also, every attempt to rally, any kind of the correction, was similar in size, equal in size. All right, so look, the latest move to the downside stopped. Look where we stopped. Almost, and to be honest with you, we put that chart at that very day on TradingView, so it's available already there. All right, and if that's true, we may see a little bit higher prices than some guys believe we may see. All right, I wouldn't call the bottom on Ethereum, not now yet, but the bounce based on what we saw previously might be a little bit stronger. All right, so what is needed to see a little bit bigger rally here on Ethereum? Of course, we need to try to take out the high from 5th of September, and in that case we are talking about around 290, 300. All right, then the move towards 600, 630 based on the sizes of the previous corrections are gonna be possible. Would be great if we are not gonna to make any kind of the lower low with daily close below latest low. We may see the spike to the downside, we may see lower shadow, but it would be great to see the close a little bit above this low, right? So from that perspective, here on daily, I would say, let me make it a little bit bigger for you. From that perspective, here on Ethereum, because of this combination, because of this swing low over here, I would say that any kind of the attempt below 200 down towards this very bottom of 13th of September, 183. All right, maybe down towards those shadows. That's three possible, in my opinion, swing long buying opportunities. Let's have a look how it looks on the 1 hour chart. Okay, if we can see something similar, and this 183 I've mentioned on daily, that's quite nice base over here, which corresponds. All right, this base here, it corresponds with this low over here. So we were able to break to the upside. So any attempt to move a little bit lower and retest this base, that might be buying opportunity short term with very tight stop. All right, EOS. Basically, we may see some kind of the consolidation. This chart is also visible on TradingView. So very similar. Look at this move to the downside. All right. Then any kind of the bounce was similar in price, similar in size. I'm sorry, equal in size. And the important thing, what happened lately, is the break through this downtrend line. All right. Right now we have a little bit of the problems around 100,000 of satoshi as a possible supply, and again very similar to what we've seen on Bitcoin. All right, the broken low from the 7th of August 2018. All right, works as supply. We saw the first attempt to test the broken level. The important thing is that we are above this downtrend line. So if we hold 75,000 of satoshi, all right, we may see another attempt to retest this 100,000 based on the size of this correction, and either we are gonna to consolidate in between 100,000 and 75,000, or once we are gonna to break and close above 100, we may see, all right, 125. And how did I get it? All right, if we are consolidating between 75,000 and 100,000 satoshi, it's 25,000 of the size of the consolidation, right? It's 25,000 satoshi. So trying to, after the break, equal move, all right, and we are gonna what we are going to see in the within the consolidation. Equal move may open the way towards 125,000 satoshi. All right. What's important? The very bottom, the blue box, is the weekly possible demand zone here. Okay, and we saw attempt to move into that zone on the 22nd of August 2018 with the strong rejection. That was the key. All right, there was a combination of the possible demand on weekly and the pin bar on daily. That's the logical, right? Because a lot of people are making many mistakes when we are talking about the pins, because not every pin bar is equal, right? If I would see this kind of the pin bar in the middle between those two blue boxes, like no man's land, I wouldn't take care about the pin, right? That's the quite important, that if we see some kind of the positive combination, that makes sense, logical place. All right. So for now, 75,000 to 100 as a consolidation, close above 100 will open the way towards 125, but it works both way, right? If from that consolidation we are going to break down below 75, then the bottom of this consolidation, 50,000, right? Again, 25,000 satoshi size of the consolidation. So break down through 75,000, 25,000 of satoshi down, it's 50k. So bottom of this blue box of this possible demand zone from the weekly chart. At the same time, it might be the retest of this broken trend line. All right, and at the end, substratum, and very positive. I think we may see bulls will try to keep the momentum again. Broken downtrend line, trying to consolidate. All right, move to the upside from this consolidation, The chart is also available on the TradingView. I thought that maybe we are going to see simple 1-to-1 towards this intraday demand zone, and based on what I can see on this 1 hour chart on Substratum, right, the first target is around 2,200 and the second possible target is 2,700. All right, what is the stop? It's a 2 early close in a row below 1,480 for me. All right, I don't want to keep this position once we will close below 1,480 within 1 hour, and then second hour in a row. So guys, that's it. Again, strongly encourage you to follow us on TradingView, Crypto Market Flow, and see you again around. Have a great rest of the Sunday. My name is Piotr, and that was the short crypto analysis for Crypto Market Flow. Take care.